1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost a weekend and you don't know what to do, or you just need something fun to listen to.
Southside Pod!
Yes, we're on the air,
Pod.
and the gang's all here, all things on the South Side. We're listening to the Southside Pod. Looking for the best Southside breweries, or you might just need an awesome place to eat.
Southside Pod!
Mount Greenwood, Evergreen, Blue Island, Beverly, Payless, and Allsup too. You're tuned into the Southside Pod.
Southside Pod!
Oakland, Midlothian,
Southside Pod.
Oak Forest, Chicago Ridge, Flossmoor, and Bridgeview. You're listening to Southside Pod.
We are at Pollyanna Oktoberfest, the third annual at the Forge in Lemont. Brian's here. Brian, the brewer, standing next to me. You guys kill it every year, and it gets bigger every year. Ryan, tell me what it feels like midday to see this crowd.
This is unbelievable. This is our 16th fest we've had, and every year continues to grow from the year before, and we figured it out. So really, this has been the easiest to plan, and so far so good. It's probably the biggest thus far. So.
And you know what's amazing is that, like, you have the fairgrounds, but like I have a couple of kids here, and they're off in the middle of the Forge doing all the crazy stuff, and one of them zip line, the other one is hanging behind you right now from a net waving to me from over there. I mean, like they're running around the place, and you don't even need to worry about that. So what a great location to have this at, because, I mean, it takes a little stress off, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an adult playground, and you get a chance to kind of dump your kids off, right? And if you want to hang out with them, they're more than welcome. It's a family-friendly place, and but there's just a ton to do, and having a beer fest is just part of it. So,
are you stressed? Because you look stressed. Because Ryan looks relaxed, and you look stressed, and you're normally the calmest person I see. I showed up to talk to you on Southside Pod maybe a couple of months ago, and you were super chill. You were just hanging at the bar. You're like, hey, we'll do the interview. You look stressed. Why are you stressed? The beer's already made, my friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of beer flowing, so somebody's got to change the kegs. It's a lot of running back and forth, but hey, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, my drama is credit card machine issues. Yours is 150-pound kegs that blow when you're busy.
So take me through a little bit about how you feel about this festival, because to me, I've noticed, because people come by the tent, there's a lot of people from Lemont. I mean, and you guys have the Lemont location, the St. Charles location, the Roselle location. We always see you in Lemont here for Southside Pod, but like I'm also running into people from all parts of Chicagoland that came down to this. And I feel like this is quickly growing into one of the biggest Oktoberfests in the area. Like, what does that feel like when you walk around and see that?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, so we have our core customers from all locations. We get a lot of the beer industry folks, too. It's great to see a lot of them out here today. And then a lot of the locals. So, yeah, it's humbling, right? So you work your butt off every day. You really don't know how it resonates with your fan base, I guess. A day like today kind of shows that off. So very cool.
Tell me a little bit about this beer that I'm drinking. I'm drinking the Oktoberfest. Is it Früh Haus? Is that how I say that?
Yeah, so it's Frühhof. It's actually named after a store owner from Lemont, Charles Frühhof. He owned a store in downtown, and he was around in the late 1800s, immigrated from Europe, and he had a German background and kind of came here and really led the charge with turning Lemont into a place that is suitable to live in. So he was one of the original business owners in the area, and it's pretty cool to pay homage to a German beer.
In the early going, I was drinking the Hefeweizen because it was hot. And I mean, it still is hot. The sun is literally hitting me right in the face right now. But I eventually wanted to try this, but I was drinking the Hefe. And you know what, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I don't like Hefeweizens. I feel like they're a little bit too much banana. They're a little too, it's just not my palate. And I loved it, man. Tell me the name again, because it's escaping me. I know it's kind of a funny little name. And tell me what went into that beer. How long you been making it?
So that beer is called Hump and Scrump, and it's a German Hefeweizen.
Scrump. That's ridiculous.
So that's actually a musical instrument, and we really like alliteration here at Pollyanna. So, but that beer, it's all those flavors come from the yeast, and it's all about how you manipulate the yeast to turn into banana, clove, vanilla, all that stuff. So it's very balanced. Some beers are more banana forward, but ours is pretty balanced between all those flavors.
Did you do an Italian beer that like had limoncello in it. Somebody walked up to Ryan, like Ryan and I were just BSing like a couple hours ago. Place was just starting to open up, right? And like we had two people. We had one, the guy who walked up and asked us if he needed 2 glasses to get 2 beers. And we were like, well, you could put one in your hand, but you probably need 2 glasses. And then the other person walked up and talked about a limoncello beer. Tell me about this and how I didn't get to drink it.
So it was our anniversary a couple weeks ago, and we made for our anniversary a Italian Pilsner. And we did a bunch of variants on it for the special weekend, the special occasion, and one of the variants was limoncello. You know, an Italian Pilsner, why not throw some limoncello flavors in there?
Okay, next time, tell the guy whose last name is Lanuti about it, okay? I mean, I think we've known each other long enough. By the way, these little cups, the Forge, these plastic steins, there's like 6 of them in our house right now. It's what the 8-year-old uses for breakfast every day. Like whenever he needs like a cup to drink out of, because I don't give him something made out of glass because he's a little clumsy, he's drinking out of the Forge cups.
We don't judge.
All right, before I let you go, tell me about the hat, because the hat is awesome. Because like you're walking around in this thing, and like, you know, I mean, first of all, the shirts you guys have, the merchandising, everything you do, guys, is really cool, and you do it always the right way. And Pollyanna Social is a neat place to go and like sit down and try some of your spirits, and the brewery's always fun to go to. But through all of that, I just keep staring at Ryan's hat, man. I mean, like, this guy's authentic today. It matches the shirt. He's like, I've never seen somebody so ready for Oktoberfest in my life.
Well, and 10 years in, this is the first time Brian's ever seen me wear a hat, so I'm not a hat guy, but I tell you, one of our best customers gave it to me last year and said, you're 100% German, you best be wearing a German hat, and here I am, so.
You didn't even know the Ron Burgundies were big. That's the funniest thing. Like, you were like, God. I'm like, who you got playing tonight? He's like, Ron Burgundies. I'm like, you got the Burgundies? Like, the Southside loves the Burgundies. They got a saxophone player and everything else. You're like, really? Like, I mean, like, now are you, like, curious as you get ready?
Absolutely. Now I'm very excited. I'm the bill payer, you could tell. I don't know anything.
He has no idea. He just writes the
this,
checks.
so.
You make the beer, he writes the checks. I don't know who booked the Burgundies, but they deserve an extra beer out of the whole thing. Yeah, for sure. Ryan, Brian, you guys are awesome. I appreciate every time you invite us to something. This is a great festival. We're honored to be here, and thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Awesome. Thank you. Great partnership.
It's the Southside! It's the Southside! It's the Southside Pod! Thanks for listening! Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod! Y'all come back now, you hear?